শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। সেই মোর ভজন পূজা মোর ভজন পূজন। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। সেই মোর প্রাণধন সেই মোর আভরণ। সেই মোর প্রাণধন সেই মোর আভরণ। সেই মোর জীবনের জীবন। সেই মোর জীবনের জীবন। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। সেই মোর রসনিধি সেই মোর বাঞ্ছা সিদ্ধি। সেই মোর রসনিধি সেই মোর বাঞ্ছা সিদ্ধি। সেই মোর বেদের ধরম। সেই মোর বেদের ধরম। সেই ব্রত সেই তপ সেই মোর মন্ত্র জপ। সেই ব্রত সেই তপ সেই মোর মন্ত্র জপ। সেই মোর ধর্ম করম। সেই মোর ধর্ম করম। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। অনুকূল হবে বিধি সেই পদে হইবে সিদ্ধি। অনুকূল হবে বিধি সেই পদে হইবে সিদ্ধি। নিরখিব এ দুই নয়নে নিরখিব এ দুই নয়নে। সেরূপ মাধুরী রাশি প্রাণ কুবলয় শশী। সেরূপ মাধুরী রাশি প্রাণ কুবলয় শশী। প্রফুল্লিত হবে নিশিদিনে প্রফুল্লিত হবে নিশিদিনে। শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ। তুয়া দর্শন গরলে জারলো দেহে তুয়া দর্শন গরলে জারলো দেহে চিরদিন তাপিত জীবন চিরদিন তাপিত জীবন হা প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মোরে পদ ছায়া আহা প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মোরে পদ ছায়া নরতম লইল শরণ নরতম লইল শরণ শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সে মোর সম্পদ শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সে মোর সম্পদ সে মোর ভজন পূজন সে মোর ভজন পূজন শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সে মোর সম্পদ।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Everyone must have a wonderful journey at the Tir Kadamba, where Rupa Goswami has performed a wonderful, wonderful pastimes. So I'm not going to take a chance to acknowledge all the participants. We will go and start reading the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. Let's see if Krishna help us. Okay. Lagu Bhagavatamrita by Srila Rupa Goswami, translated by our dear Gopi Paranadhan Prabhu. Translated from the original Sanskrit with commentary by Gopi Paranadhan Prabhu. Prabhupada has write the 6 Goswamis under the direction of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami studied various Vedic literatures and picked up the essence of them, the devotional service of the Lord. This means that all the Goswamis wrote many scriptures on devotional service with the support of the Vedic literatures. All the Vedic literatures aim at understanding Krishna and how to understand Krishna through devotional service has been explained by Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami with evidence from all Vedic literatures. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. These two words, Krishna consciousness, is so profound. I don't know how many lifetimes we will take birth in the Krishna conscious movement to understand what Prabhupada meant about Krishna consciousness. The Goswamis wrote a vast body of work in order to preserve and propagate Sri Chaitanya's teaching for posterity. The BBT has arisen to the occasion of producing a high-quality edition of an important Gaudiya text that approaches the academic standard of scholarship of our day and age. Just as the Goswamis committed themselves to doing in accordance with the scholarly milieu of their own times, this level of publication thus provides a great resources for all students and scholars of religion. Edwin Bryant, Professor of Hindu Religion and Philosophy, Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. So in the content, in part 1, there are 2 parts. First is forward preface, life of Srila Goswami, Rupa Goswami. An introduction is there. And then on part 1, it says the immortal nectar of Krishna. Chapter 1, titled Swayamrup, Ted Ekatma and Avash. Chapter 2 describe Purusha avatars and Guna avatars. Chapter 3 will describe Lila avatars. Chapter 4 will describe Manvantara avatar and Yuga avatars. Chapter 5 will describe Par Avasthas and Swayam Bhagwan. And part 2, it's just Sri Bhakta Amrita, means the nectar of Krishna's devotees. The worship of the Lord's devotee is obligatory. Prahlad is considered to be the best devotee. The Pandavas are greater than Prahlad, and some Yadus are greater than the Pandavas. Among the Yadus, Uddhava is the most excellent, and the gopis of Braj are superior to Uddhava, and Srimati Radharani is the greatest of all the gopis. So we will start reading from forward today. Rupa Goswami is one of 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, one of the 6 ascetic devotional scholars entrusted with intellectually systemizing the popular revival of Krishna Bhakti by the 16th century charismatic Sri Chaitanya. Considered an incarnation of Krishna by his followers, Sri Chaitanya triggered a wave of Krishna devotionally across parts of India, featuring meditation on Krishna's early pastimes in the Srimad Bhagavatam's 10th canto and its derived literature. Although Sri Chaitanya personally recorded only 8 verses in writing, he inculcated to some of his followers, most especially Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, an elaborate theology of Krishna Bhakti, featuring the various types of moods and relationship with Krishna that could be cultivated through devotional practices. Thus, a school was formed around Sri Chaitanya's life and teachings that came to be known as Chaitanya Vaishnava traditions, also known as Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. The six Goswamis, especially Rupa and his elder brother Sanatan, were entrusted with recording the teachings of Sri Chaitanya, and along with their nephew, Jiva Goswami, became the primary theologians and most prolific authors of the traditions. Jiva Goswami was the disciple of Rupa Goswami. They produce a textual corpus of literary and philosophical works dedicated to Krishna, and in effect created the entire primary canon that lies at the core of the Gaudiya Vaishnava scholastic tradition. Rupa is perhaps best known for his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, a treatise on the moods, vows, and devotional experiences, ras, attainable at the highest stage of Krishna Bhakti, as well as for its sequel, the Ujjvala Nilamani, on the highest vow, Madhurya. I opened this Ujjvala Nilamani one day, and before they described Rupa Goswami, he was mentioning all the characters and the interrelationship with each other. It's so mind-boggling. Until we are totally in a pure Krishna consciousness, we can't grasp. So I put that book down, praying that one day Krishna will bestow that we will be able to read those literatures. So he also wrote a small handbook on bhakti practice, the Upadeshamrita, that we should always carry and imbibe those 11 instructions. His brother Sanatan produced a large tome called the Bruhad Bhagavatamrita, a book that moved Rupa to write the shorter sequel, the Laghu Bhagavatamrita. As we will see from these texts, the task of the theologian, and this is the reason d'etre of theology in any tradition, is not just to record a new set of religious revelations, but to situate this in the intellectual context and scholarly milieu of the day and age. This entails engaging the established epistemologies and scholarly methods and protocols of the time. In other words, for an emerging traditions to be taken seriously by outsiders, it needs to establish its credentials. For the Vedanta tradition within which the Gaudiyas locate themselves, these entail hermeneutics interpreting the established body of scripture, recognized as authoritative by the great Vedanta tradition in such a way as to accommodate the new revelations. Put differently, the Gaudiya traditions lays claim to previously unrevealed truths imparted by Sri Chaitanya to the Goswamis, especially Rupa and Sanatan. Since Sri Chaitanya is deemed an incarnation of Krishna by his followers, his teachings are considered supremely authoritative and in their own right. But Sri Chaitanya and his followers were not simply committed to promoting and propagating a new revelation on its own merits, but to proving that this revelation is not only fully supported by the enormous existing classical Sanskrit textual tradition, Veda, Itihas, Purana, and Sutra, but it's actually its culmination. The Goswamis were entrusted with demonstrating this. This is no easy feat. The highly elaborate network of devotional relationship and moods that can be exchanged and cultivated between various categories of devotees and Krishna, as taught by Sri Chaitanya, is nowhere explicitly set out, even in the tradition's primary text, the Srimad Bhagavatam Purana. Nor does the text clearly schematize the complex web of a relationship between the multiplicity of divine manifestations and avatars of Krishna himself, nor present a comprehensively systematic. The various abodes and divine realms they inhabited. Indeed, even the divine Brahman realm of Goloka, the ultimate destination of the entire traditions, where devotees strive to gain residence so as to engage in eternal rasa with Krishna, receive only a cursory mention in the Bhagavad, the scripture par excellence of the tradition. And what then to speak of locating this entire vast and highly intricate spiritual universe in the larger textual corpus of the Shruti and Smruti, which is Vedantis would need to do in order to be taken seriously outside the community of believers. Taking on such a project requires remarkable exegetical skill and erudition. The new revelations must be presented as being implicit and concealed in the Bhagavad, just as Krishna himself is concealed in the Shruti corpus, specifically the Vedas and Upanishads. So as with all predecessors, interprets of Vedanta, the task of the orthodox exegete is not to pronounce some brand new teaching, but to locate and extricate the new linear teachings from their seed forms lying hitherto undetected or underdeveloped in the existing sources. In other words, absolute truths, by definition, cannot be created or freshly composed. They are eternal and embodied in the eternal Vedas. But by dint of already existing in a dormant or concealed state in the sacred text, they can be progressively revealed at various times in human history, usually by divine avatars. This is how the followers of the Gaudiya tradition understand Sri Chaitanya's teaching of the Krishna Bhakti, distinctive of this school. The six Goswamis rose to their assigned task of identifying and excavating the various hidden ingredients of the Gaudiya theology from the vast corpus of Sanskrit literature. The sheer depth and breadth of erudications of the Goswamis, especially Rupa, Sanatan, and their nephew Jiva, is simply astonishing. The reader will find quotes in the Laghu Bhagavatamrita from an endless array of Sanskrit texts, The Goswamis clearly demonstrate that propagating the devotionality that culminate in intoxicated emotional state of Krishna Bhav is not an inferior type of religiosity suitable for unschooled emotional simpletons. Rupa and his colleagues stand out amongst the intellectual giants of the entire history of Indian scholasticism. Rupa's work is also an excellent example of traditional hermeneutics. The essential underlying principle of such hermeneutics, as Rupa notes with reference to the Kurma Purana, is that when there appear be contradictions between differing scriptures or even differing sections within a scriptures, one should not consider one to be incorrect, but rather one should seek an elucidation that reconciles the two statements. The exegetical ingenuity and mastery Rupa demonstrate in scripturally, sustaining the amazingly intricate but wondrous vision of an unlimited Godhead and his primary manifestations as revealed by Sri Chaitanya. And the sheer scope of Sanskrit literature he brings to bear on his task. How few precedents in the entire Sanskrit literary traditions. It is very gratifying to see the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust take on the task of publishing the primary text of the Gaudiya traditions at such a high standard of scholarship. Gopi Pran's Sanskrit is superb, and his commentary based on that Baldev Vidyabhushan is erudite and written very much in the mood, style, and tone of traditional commentators. Engaging the Purva Paksha opposing point of view, but free of sectarianism and polemics. While this volume will naturally be of great interest to ISKCON members and seeking access to the intellectual writing of their founding fathers, publications of this quality can transcend their own in-house readership and be of interest to the greater scholarly community, as well as the educated lay public when they are written in a scholarly idiom. The six Goswamis wrote a vast body of work in order to preserve and propagate Sri Chaitanya's teaching for posterity. The BBT has risen to the occasion of producing a high-quality edition of an important Gaudiya text that approaches the academic standard of scholarship of our day and age. Just as the Goswamis committed themselves to doing in accordance with the scholarly milieu of their own times, this level of publication does provide a great resource for all student and scholar of religion. The possibility of the BBT becoming not just a publishing house for preaching literature, but also the go-to source for outstanding scholarly editions of the Gaudiya classes for academic and the larger intellectual community is a very welcome prospect. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami stressed repeatedly that he wanted this book to be appreciated by the intelligentsia. Publications of the standard of this Laghu Bhagavatamrita are an impressive and very welcome step in that direction. Edwin Bryant, professor of the Hindu religion and philosophy, Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. So we have still 3 more minutes. So we should start the preface. Medieval India saw a dynamic and far-reaching affluence of popular devotion to Lord Krishna, sometimes called the Bhakti Renaissance. This movement was largely propagated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom the faithful accept as Lord Krishna himself, manifested in the form of a devotee who taught the chanting of his own names. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly inspired in his followers a tremendous outpouring of works in Sanskrit on philosophy and theology, as well as devotional songs, poetry, dramas, and hagiography. The Laghu Bhagavatamrita is one such theological work by Srila Rupa Goswami, his chief disciple of Lord Chaitanya and one of the most important Gaudiya Vaishnava acharyas. There is much in the present day that may be compared to that medieval Indian renaissance of Vaishnava Bhakti. And recent decades have also witnessed a similar explosion of devotion to Krishna, though it is now worldwide. This was affected mainly by the foremost modern representative of the same Gaudiya traditions. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, popularly known as the Hare Krishna movement. So we will stop here. It's 6:55. We should be punctual in our practices. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. Nothing should bring the fear or any kind of suffering, any kind of distress. And if you want to know in detail, please join at least for next 2-3 days around 3:15 a.m. if you want to know in detail. We are reading a wonderful passage that Jagdanand Pandit has written in Prem Vivarta. We are reading it. We just started today. How much the holy name has everything. And if whoever is recording, if they can stop recording,